Thank you.
You look great. How you been?
I'm good. I'm always too short for these chairs. My feet never touch the ground.
Your feet never touch it. You know, that's just being around me. A lot of women get that. The feet just don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
You know? You hear that a lot.
Aww.
You started in show business at what age?
Well, 7.
7? Oh.
Yeah.
And what were you doing at 7?
Well, at 7, I was in this school play.
Yeah.
And I had a secondary part, but I managed to get the first part by doing something evil to someone else.
By doing something evil to someone else?
Well, not really evil, because you're not evil at 7. So.
Apparently you didn't see the bad seed. All right, go ahead.
No, I did, actually.
So what could you have done at 7 that would be evil?
Well, I provoked the guy who had the lead into hitting me. And then, it was the last straw. And he lost the part, and I was given the part because I was so well behaved.
Wow. That sounds like the Robert Blake defense. Man. No, wait. I find this fascinating. So it's 7. What,
Yes.
You were the understudy?
No. I was a secondary character. It was like a group of friends, and this boy was talking about, it was a pageant about the 7 days of Christmas, and this boy was talking about how all...
About the 7 days of Christmas?
Yeah, no, not the 7, 12. There were 12 of them.
Right.
And we're like all there, we're his friends. We're like, and what did they get you for the 3rd day? And then like dancers would come out and act out what he got. And I really felt that I wanted that part, and that I should have that part. And so I got it.
So you missed the whole meaning of the Christmas play, apparently.
Yeah.
Really? So what did you say to him to get him to hit you?
I don't really remember. I just remember being really obnoxious.
Okay, and then you complained to his mom or something?
No. I got him to do it in front of the teacher.
Oh, I see.
He was very calculated, actually.
You know, you'll do well in this town.
I have.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But I'm not like that. It was like the only bad thing I've ever done.
Christina.
Yes, the only bad thing I've ever done.
Now, was it hard making transition? Because a lot of kid stars or kid, actors, it's tough. You get in your early 20s or something, and you see it happen to everybody. How does one avoid that?
Well, I think I was never particularly cute as a child, and I think that's the problem. Like, they're so cute, you want them to be cute forever. Right. But I was always just a little bit disconcerting. So I think it was easy to, transition into disconcerting adult roles.
Really?
Well,
you were coming in since you were 15. You were cute then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't so cute when I was younger. I had the same face. I basically looked like a little alien. No. Because I had like the same size eyes and this giant forehead, and my head was basically the same size, but I was only like 3 feet tall. And I was a little frightening. I wasn't, your normal attractive child. And I had a mouth.
A mouth?
Just like talky all the time. So.
The self-analysis thing is great.
Well,
it's amazing. It's amazing that you know all this about yourself at the time.
Well, yes.
Yeah, okay. Did you like school as a kid? Were you a good student?
No, I didn't like it at all. I wanted it to end really badly. Yeah. But my sister is a first-grade teacher, so, I believe in school. And
well, you believe in school, then I think we're all for that, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in school.
School is good. I'm so educated. But I didn't like school. It smelled bad, and
what do you mean it smelled bad?
Well, there's always like the urinal cake smell. I'm sorry, but a lot of schools smell like urinal cake. This lady agrees with me. I went to, it was a really nice town, suburban town in New Jersey called Montclair.
New Jersey always smells like that. That's just New Jersey.
No. Outside of school smelled lovely. There's so many nice lawns and flowers.
Okay, so you didn't care for the smell of the urinal cake.
There's always some kid that's giving the other kids lice, and it's dirty, and it doesn't, their parents are hippies and don't believe in washing regularly.
Right.
And I had a lot of those in my class, and I just wanted out real bad.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. It doesn't sound like school was a very pleasant experience. Right?
No.
I'll tell you what, we'll take a break, and we can all analyze this in our mind. And we'll talk more with Christina, right?
I think that'd be great.
Welcome back.
Nice, thank you. Ask and you shall receive.
That's right. Welcome to Hollywood. We're talking with Christina Ricci. Now, tell me about your background. What did your parents do? Were they actors and actresses?
No, my mother was a model in the 60s.
Your mom was a model in the
Yep.
60s. Okay.
And then and my dad was a primal scream therapist. And then he was a lawyer later.
Okay, okay. It seems like we're just, yeah. Now, primal scream, what is that exactly?
People get in a room and scream how much they hate other people. Scream about how much they hate other people. So like and for a while he had group in our house. And because he wants to try and save money.
Yeah.
And he tried to soundproof the basement, but basically all he did was tape styrofoam with a little wood board over it to the door, but that led up into all the rooms. So like we'd eat our dinner, do our homework. I was like 8 years old at the time, and we'd have to go up and go to bed. And you'd hear the people start arriving around 9:30. I'd probably be asleep by 10. 10:30, I'd wake up to, I hate him! Why? Because he's a bastard! What do you want to tell him? I hate you! And it was basically just like the funniest thing I've ever. I'm in my mother's room and just looked at her like, what are you thinking? How am I supposed to get up for school tomorrow? And she was like, I don't know.
But your dad's a therapist. Didn't he think this might have some adverse effect on his child?
I don't think he thought it through. Really.
Did you ever try it? Did you ever go down and scream at him for the people screaming through the air raid?
Oh, no.
No, you couldn't. No.
And we just laughed.
Yeah. So it would be grouped. I like that. It's not just one person. It's groups of people.
So we'd have men, like really deep, like, horrible, she's a liar! And then you'd hear, you bastard! It was really quite entertaining.
And the neighbors, didn't affect the neighbors?
Well, I guess it didn't float outside the house. I guess he'd soundproofed it well enough.
Now, how about yourself? Do you have a therapist now? Is that a too personal a question?
What's personal,
I guess
really,
right.
these
Okay,
days?
Yeah.
I used to, I don't anymore.
You don't anymore, so you're cured, you're fine?
I'm cured.
You're cured, okay.
Obviously.
Now, did you have one here? Did you have one in New York?
I had one, well, for a while there was the whole thing, like I had 2 therapists on both coasts. And really all it was that I lived in New York, but I was working here for 6 months at a time. So of course, if you're in therapy, you have to get a therapist here.
Right.
So I had a different therapist in each place. 2 different people to lie to.
So
And to trick.
So you would enjoy lying and tricking the therapist?
Oh, I didn't mean to, but you really don't want to tell that much about yourself.
No, I mean, it's, hey.
And the questions are very personal, and I'm not so comfortable with the truth.
Yes. Okay, I'm not sure well, at least you got the most out of it, and that's important.
I did. Well, actually, my mother has been told that she called us, and she was like, yeah, I don't have to go to therapy anymore. My therapist said that I don't need it. And we were like, hey, who are you lying to, us or her? And we're not sure. But apparently she doesn't need therapy anymore, which...
Okay. Now, are you dating anyone now?
Actually, I'd like to study on the behavior of young, angry males between the age of 21 to 32.
Really? Okay. Fascinating. Okay.
It's a research project. I mean, some of the subjects are a little, unwilling at first, and you have to, do things, make promises to get them involved. And others, after a while, you're like, okay, too much. I know too much, you're not a good subject anymore.
I mean, do you seek out slightly deranged men because they're more exciting?
Yes,
or do you
if they are dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional?
In any way.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Angry is a must.
Yeah.
Obsessed?
Obsessed.
Good. Married? Sometimes.
Really? Oh, fascinating.
Way too old for me.
Way too old. How old do you go? What's the oldest you've ever gone?
Oh, God. No, that's too personal.
No, well, go ahead. What would you say? What would be old? I don't know, 28?
Oh.
50?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah. I mean, that's a little old for me.
52?
Now you're really pushing it.
Well, let's talk about Ally McBeal now.
Okay.
This is an interesting. Tell the people the character you play.
My character, I'm a 21-year-old lawyer. I've been through the high school 2 years,
Right.
college, law school 2 years. And my nickname is Lolita because I basically look very much like a child and cry in court or seduce men, and not all the way, but seduce them enough so that they feel so uncomfortable they can't speak, and then I win cases because they're, silent.
Right. Okay. Well, So this is the stretch.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Now that's, I mean, it's a pretty sexy show, that show.
Well, you know what's funny? I went in for my fitting, and they hadn't written my first script yet, so I wasn't really sure. I knew basically what I was playing, but I wasn't really sure what was happening. Right. And I go in, and I'm like, great, I'm going to have these cute suits, and it's going to clean up my image a little bit. I'll have nice hair and makeup, and they break out a bikini. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've never seen anyone on the show in a bikini before. And they're like, yeah, you're in a bikini, and then you're in little workout gear clothes. And then I was on wires in my underwear. I think that's next week's show, actually.
Next week's show. Okay, wires.
And then there was one thing that has been cut out, but at one point I was supposed to be riding a mechanical bull in my underpants. And I was up for it. Yeah. But I think they thought that it wasn't a good idea because, you know, things would be going in unattractive directions. Yeah. And there's not a lot of ways to control that kind of activity. But I've always wanted to ride the mechanical bull.
We can arrange that next time you're here.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'd love that.
Christina, you're a fascinating woman. Will you come back and see us again? It was always fun talking to Christina Ricci. Right back with Bobby Lee right after this.